My name's Jack. Welcome back to my channel, and this is the review of the Inspire 1. I'd like to say a big thank you to the guys at the firstpersonsview.co.uk, a bit of a mouthful there, who sent it to me. Sent it yesterday, got it today basically in the post. So I've done unboxing, so at the moment in theory it's not much to unbox because it's kind of a cardboard box. As you can see, it actually has its own case. So we'll have a look in a sec. I'll do some reviews on this now. So I've now got it to play with. I can, I've only got one battery, so I need to get some additional batteries to get a really good play with it. So at the moment we'll go through unpacking it, have a look at how it's put together, and so forth. We'll do like how to do the updates for the firmware, for the controller, and all that sort of stuff as well. I have noticed the app, because I thought yesterday while I'm waiting I'll download the app. I've got an iPad mini. It's just a standard iPad mini basically. I thought I'll use that, be fantastic with. But the actual DJI app no longer works on it. I did have the Apple update, which then notified me saying we need to apply the latest update. Since I applied the latest update, the actual app stopped working on this. So I can't use this anymore, or use this for the Inspire 1, which I'm disappointed. So it looks like I'm going to have to sell this and replace it with one that will work with that one. For the moment I have to use my phone. So my phone works with which is the iPhone 5S. The app's actually preloaded on there, fine. So now we've got this to look at. So I'm going to do some close shots with it, and we'll open the box up in a sec and we'll show you what you get in the box basically. As you see from the box, it's this is the case it comes with, so it's a really nice solid case, very hard on top, quite a solid case. It's not a full metal case, or it's not a really thick case basically, but it's quite a rugged and quite a tough one. It's a better case than my Phantom. I mean, I brought a Phantom. It's very I would say fabric around the sides and stuff, but it has a hard top bit. This is hard, quite hard all the way around. I mean, it probably if you stand on it, you probably end up breaking it, but it's enough for carrying it around in the back of the car so it doesn't get damaged. It's got nice grippy handles on the front here, so it feels nice in the hand. Nice logo on the top here, so we'll do a quick review. And so we've got nice grippy handles, and you've got obviously zip to undo it, and you've got the nice flashy DJI logo on the top there. So it's quite a large, massive case, and it's very easy to carry as well. I'm running out of basically desk space to get it out here. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly undo it. So we get, so slide these around. It's quite hard to get around the sides bits. I'm not sure if these zips are going to actually last very long when we keep unsliding and taking it out and transporting it around, but we'll see. But slide, a bit of a stiff, but let's open up now. So we open up the case, and wow, and that's what we got inside. So as you can see from here, we have the Inspire 1, we have the remote controller. So obviously there's for the tablet and for the iPhone to go on. And as you can see from there, if you click on the little button here, that opens up to fit mini or full iPad version, or Samsung Galaxy or Android, you know, so it's compatible with quite a few different tablet devices, but yeah, that fit majority all of them. I've got these out because these ones actually fit. You'll put them down for the iPad. But if you're using your iPhone, then or if you're using your Samsung Galaxy phone, then these come out, so you can then fit your phone in there and it'll fit nice and snug for you. So there's control. So obviously now there's the battery. I also noticed in here you've got the additional space. So in theory, you've got one battery loaded into the back of the Inspire 1. You're going to fit 1, 2, 3, 4 batteries in here as well, additional 4 batteries. So in theory, you can carry up to 5 batteries. So you can fit 4 down there, 1 in the back, 5 batteries. There's also additional space in the back here. You can take these foam bits out. There's obviously additional space here to put whatever you want to carry around with you. It's got the nice carrying for the controller, which is really nice. I'll show you that in a sec. Props, camera, instruction manuals, basically. So that's most of it. So we'll get and have a look at the remote control. So here's the controller. This comes out. You can be bent backwards, depends on how you want to look. And there's the aerials, they sort of fold outwards and felt nice inside there. That's the, and then that'll go back to whatever position you want in with controls. So it's quite heavy. It's got a built-in battery. Obviously the light bridge is installed in here, so it's quite a heavy bit of kit in your hand. But by the time you've got your iPad on there, then obviously it's definitely worth having the strap put on, which is quite a nice addition. So we'll mount my phone in. So I've just undone these. We'll slide that up, which goes up quite nicely. iPhone fits in there nice and snug. I suppose you can have the iPhone either way. You can have it sort of that way, or have it or that way basically. So I'm going to fit it in that way. It fits in nice and snug. So there you go. There's no way that's going to drop out of the cradle. So then you have if we take, you need to make sure you have your cable for your iPhone. So if you've got your iPhone, you need to make sure you've got one of your iPhone cable, because this doesn't come with a pack. I know it comes with a bunch of other cables, other white cables in the box. So it's got different ones for different ends. So I suppose you can, one's for an Android phone, or phone has those sort of different connectors on it and stuff. So they come with these, but they don't actually come with an iPhone one. So you have to use your own. So because the pad's sat on top of here, this is quite a long cable, so it's going to be a pain in the ass sort of dangling around. So I might look at ordering a very short version, so it's just enough to go from the controller to the iPhone. So this plugs into the iPhone on the side there. As you can see, if we get the angle of the camera a bit more, and then this then plugs into the back, which is down in here, the USB. Get round, and there we go. So there's the cable plugged in, and it's straightforward. It's got a side here, it's got a charging port for charging, and at the back here we have USB, HDMI, so this will go to a big large screen. So if you want to show what you're filming and stuff, then you can put this on a full HD telly or telly on a tripod mounted outside. And also you've got a future upgrade ports. But this is all like rubbery around here and here on the back as well. So it actually fits nice and comfortable in your hands. So it's really nice. So it fits comfy. So we'll get the strap out and we'll work out. I can just mount the strap on. So we'll get the strap on. I'll show you how that goes on. As you can see, I've got this strap on. It goes over your shoulders and the back. Then you've got the logo at the back behind here showing DJI. Got one sort of shows DJI on the front here as well. It's a nice comfy strap. It goes around the shoulders and stuff, and it doesn't feel like it's all pulling on one side. It's quite nicely. And I noticed a video on Mythbusters where Adam had his, and he was just holding this with the iPad on it, and after a while he was actually saying how much it was killing his arms. I mean, the controller is quite heavy. I mean, I've only got an iPhone on top of it, but you put an iPad on it, it'll put extra weight, quite a lot of weight on this. I mean, it's quite weighty as it is. So long time flying and stuff, it will actually come quite hard work on your arms. So this clips nicely on the side there, and when that's clipped on there, it actually takes all the weight off of your hands. So you can literally just glide and do the control bits and stuff. So that fits really, really nicely. I just need to adjust it more on me, but we'll have a better play with this when we're actually out in the field flying it. So I'll put it on there. But yeah, it's a nice strap it comes with. You've got the charging cable will charge your battery and the controller at the same time. I also noticed when this is plugged in, which is your USB cable to your iPhone, when the controller's powered on, it starts charging your phone up as well. So it's using the battery here for the remote and the light bridge stuff, and it's also actually charging your phone, which is quite good. So, but the charger that comes with it, it's got two bits to it. Actually, it's jammed in at the moment. I'll get out of it, which allows you to charge that and your controller at the same time. or if you've got a spare battery, one of these, and it's fully charged, it also has a lead that goes from the battery to here to remote control, which then it uses this battery to boost charge this battery. So you've got lots of batteries carrying in the field, and you find your controller's going to be a bit weak, and you can use one of these boost chargers. So it comes with a cable for that, which I thought was quite good. So I assume that anyway. And you obviously get pads for this to fill in here, so the batteries, or if you're operating this way, it's quite low temperatures. It's got some padding here you can put in, stick onto here, which allows it to. It's got there it is. You get these pads basically here, and you apply these. Attach these covers to the Inspire 1 battery when the flight environment temperature is below 5 Celsius. Remove this cover when above 5 Celsius. So if you're below 5 Celsius, and you just pull these off, and they just stick in the shapes on the side here basically. Also gives it a bit of extra protection on weather. So you've got two top ones, two bottom ones. I don't know about down the sides there, not the bottom there. But yeah, so you've got those. So, and what we're going to do is, that's the remote. We'll do more in-depth view later on about the controller, how it works, with the app on it and stuff. So I've got to get myself a tablet to go onto here, and we can then have a proper look at the software. So let's get the Inspire 1 out. So we have the Inspire 1. Not got much space for this because it's quite a big compared to the Phantom itself. So I've not got a lot basically desk space for it. But there's the Phantom. It's all in. So set up. It's in packing mode. So we need to power it up to get it back into ready to, because you obviously can't put the gimbal on the bottom until it's up shut. But this is what it looks like when it's in packing mode, so you can pack it away into the actual carrying case. So it's quite straightforward to get it out of its packing mode. So if we put in the battery, so make sure it goes the right way round. So right way round. Sides in that quite nicely, so it's quite snug fit. And I get a sort of trying to get a good angle view of this. So, and what I do is we'll power on the remote control first. Power on the Phantom, sorry, not Phantom, the Inspire 1. So I've got that Phantom on my brain because I've used the Phantom for ages. There we go, bleep, bleep, bleep. There you go. So it won't transform straight away because obviously you've got to tell it to unpack itself now. So flick the controller, it's 4 times, 2, 3, 4, and it now transforms. How's that then? And that's then you can then power it off, mount the gimbal, and then you start getting ready to fly basically. So if we do it 4 times again, and it transforms it back into its packing position. How cool is that then? So see if we can get this front view of it. Isn't that cool? So one is, I'm just going to mount the gimbal on here now. So we'll take a look at that. Right, so we've got the gimbal in it comes in a nice hard case box. So we'll get that in a sec. You get these like rubber damper things, which is what keeps the camera from shaking. So you get spares those, and obviously there's a tool there to obviously get it off and stuff. So you get one of those, and also you get these little things which you keep when you put the props on. These are like prop locks. I think they're called prop locks. I can't remember exactly what the name is for them, but it's yeah, these are the prop locks. So they'll go once the props put on the Inspire 1. This clips over the top, so it stops them actually from them spinning off basically. So once they shouldn't spin off anyway because they obviously spin on the opposite way the motor's spinning. But these are just an extra safety feature where they clip on to make sure they stay on basically as well. So you get 4 of those. Actually get more than that, you get a spare as well. So you got 2, 4, you get 4, which go on the props, and you got 2 spare ones as well. So that's quite good. So you get those. And that. And then you got obviously your props you get. So you get not only 1 set of props, you also get 2 sets of props. So, because that's my worry, because when I thought of getting it was, because you can't buy these at the moment because they're out of stock, everywhere out of stock, and I'm thinking, oh, once if I do practice play with this and do crash it or clip the props, I can't, then I'm going to have to wait around for ages for them to, you know, to get them in stock and stuff. But I actually realised, someone did say to me they come with a spare set of props anyway, so it shows you got 2 sets of props here that comes with it. So that's really handy to know as well. So I'll probably buy a few more sets, so there's some spares anyway. So I'm not quite sure about my first takeoff, but I'm going to sort of plan it really well to make sure I don't crash. So this is the gimbal. So it opens the box up. It's quite sealed in there. It looks like it's sealed from more overlaps and lips on there, so obviously it's quite protected. Lots of protection inside there. But this is the actual gimbal. There it is. Quite nice. This one actually will spin 360 degrees round and back, basically, so you get a nice full view round, and that's what it rotates. It's all really nicely smooth on here, and also notice on the back of the gimbal, back of the camera, you've got like a built-in fan that obviously keeps the camera cool as well. You've got the upgrade port there for firmwaring and stuff, and obviously that's where your SD card in there. So it comes with I think 16 gig card, which is already got here. Comes with where is it? Yeah, it comes standard with 16 gigs, because I know the Phantoms came with 4, come with 16 gigs. But I've noticed on these memory cards, and there seems to be a Facebook group about them, if you scan these and try and recover data off of them, you actually find photographs which have been in the test, where they've been testing them in the manufacturers, and you can see pictures of the actual people on the product line doing it. So I'll post them up on my website. You can have a look at those. And well, actually, I'll put one up. Well, I'll put one up here to cover, so you can have a quick, so you know. But yeah, so if you bought a Phantom or an Aspire one and it comes with a memory card, scan the memory card for pictures that come with a video on it, but the video was corrupted, so I couldn't get the video off of it. But all the pictures are intact, so you can have a look. I'm gonna post them on my website anyway. So I fitted mine with a 64 gig one, because obviously it's going to record at 4K, so it's going to obviously get quite a lot of footage on that as well. So that's the, I think it comes with a lens, a filter lens as well. I've just kept the basic one on here at the moment. So I just need to get a decent cloth to keep that nice and clear. So yeah, so this pulls off the top, revealing the connection underneath. And I'm just going to mount that up on the Inspire one and show you what it looks like. Right, got the Inspire one up. This is quite tricky, so you need to, there's some markings on here, and you got this way is locked, that way is unlocked. So if you slide the top bit over, it's quite tight, so you have to hold on the top part there, and it releases the cover off. So that's the cover released, and then you take the gimbal we've got here, and it's got a white marking on the front of the gimbal, which you've got to keep it in line with this line here and on the body as well, and that will then line up all the correct pins underneath. So in there, keeping it really still and in line, and you slide this one back, run it back until the other one lines up here. As you can see, the lines, the white lines are in line with each other, and that's on lock basically. Unlock this way, lock that way, and the camera is now fitted to the bottom, and we'll power up and watch it initialize. So there we go. So we'll power up. There you go. Makes all these funny noises, and there you go. It just spins around. That's it. Stabilizes out, and there she is with the camera all mounted on. Right, so now I'm going to pack her away. So power down. So this is the way you pack her away. Power off. Remove the gimbal first. So we slide her over, and then the gimbal comes out quite nicely. Put the cover back. So this should just slot into place somewhere on here. Just slots into place. find this bit doesn't actually give you the alignment, which ones goes where. So it's a matter of fiddling with it and getting it in place. So that way, or is it that way? And then spin it back, locks her in, bring her back down, and we power back up. Because you obviously can't put her back in the box like this because she's up on the takeoff position. Push once, push again. Okay. Don't ever try bringing her flat down with a gimbal on it. You've got to take the gimbal off because obviously when she goes completely flat, the gimbal's going to hit the top and you could cause damage. So always make sure you remove this before putting her into back into pack mode. So now we're putting back into pack mode. So we do. There's a switch on the controller here, which I can show you. So on this switch here, I toggle it up 4 times, and that puts her back into this mode. And there you go, she's all flattened down now, and she is now ready to be put away. So there you go, you can see there's not much space between there. So if you try and do that with the gimbal, you're going to cause problems and more likely damage stuff. So make sure this is done correctly. So this is ready to be packed back in the box. And when we get her out again, we'll take her out for a flight, for the first flight on the Aspire 1. These are the sensors that when you've got no GPS, these kick in and these take over. So these will actually relay or replace what the GPS is doing in so many technical terms. Also, I think it works with the GPS at the same time as well to give you better positioning, accuracy when it's holding on hovering and flying about, to give you that bit extra backup as well. And then when you also lose some sort of GPS signals, this sort of moves in. But when you're flying indoors, this is what it actually relies on to fly indoors with. So we need to make sure these always get clean. This is an actual camera. These are sort of like sonar sort of sensor things. I don't know what the technical terms are, but this has got to be kept lovely and clean for it to work and function correctly as well. Calibration on this is done the same as the Phantom Base C. When you've got in calibration mode, you will then turn it around 360, and then you'll put nose down and then 360 as well. So it's very much simpler to want to do. None of this fart-arsing about rotating and spinning over. So this is quite easy. A little bit more bigger to do, but it's simple calibration mode. Another common question that's, well, basically what's come up quite a lot on the groups and stuff is where these are actually flown in and not going in the direction that's been flown in, and it's to do with the IMU on them. So I'm going to make sure before I do my first flight that we recalibrate the IMU, reset that as well, balance it all out, get it all puckily done. There's a procedure you do to do it, and then we make sure, because also you think about it, when the IMU can be easily pushed out, especially if it's been like in transport and thrown about quite a lot. And also that they recommend if you crash, whether it's a Phantom or an Aspire 1, it's always good to reset the IMU on it after a crash or a nasty bump, basically. So in theory, these are going through lots of bumps and stuff being shipped from China to UK out to the consumer, you know, or from China to the States. So they're also going through parcels. You know what the parcel companies are like, they throw it all about everywhere. So it's definitely worth redoing that to start with before even going out for a flight, because the last thing you want this to do is fly away. This is it's about roughly just under £2.5 grand worth of kit, and you want to treat this with big respect. I mean, the Phantom was about £1,000. That has quite a bit respect for £1,000. But this boy is a lot more expensive, double, triple the price of a Phantom. So you need to make sure you've got lots of respect for this before you take it out, to make sure you cover absolutely everything. Read the instructions, go through the manual several times over, check everything, got everything off right, make sure the firmware, the right version of firmware is on this, the controller's talking to it, and use the flight, because it comes with an app on the software, basically on the DJI pilot software, that you can do a flight sim of this and get used to it as well. So I mean, I know if you're flying in Phantoms, this is going to be a little bit more, maybe a little bit more different than flying. So it's worth playing with the simulator and stuff The simulator only works when this is powered up, but when the simulator is on, it won't actually allow this to take off. So make sure you don't have your props on and stuff. And I've had to play the simulator. It's quite good. It's very much like a bit like the real deal flying. So it's quite a nice thing to do, especially if you've got wet weather and you can't go out and fly. Use a sim to fly around, so get some good practice in and stuff. So but yeah, so what we'll do is the next video we're going to do is we're going to do the setup. We're going to do powering it up and taking it for the very first flight, and catching some nice HD 4K video, which we'll put up on the site as well, so you can have a look at the true 4K HD. I don't do anything with my footage. I don't add any different effects to it. What my footage comes from, whether it's I'm flying the Phantom or where I'll be flying this, the footage will be exactly what it is from the SD card straight to you guys. So I'm not going to do any fancy stuff to it. I never do anyway. I always like the proper natural connection. So we'll get the camera up and see what the quality of the camera's like in the air, and taking some footage. So I hope you like this. I haven't gone too long with it, hopefully, and it obviously hasn't bored you. So this is just the unpacking and quick introduction to the Inspire 1. So look for the other videos. If you like this, please subscribe, comment below any questions you've got, and if you've got an Inspire, you've got any questions on this, then we'll review it. We'll see what they are, and we'll test it out using this bad boy basically, and resolve all your issues that's coming out about that here quite a lot in the groups. So speak to the next one. Safe flying and have fun. Cheers.